Hello, and thank you for your interest in becoming a member of the Nevada Registry. This video is one in a series of tutorials designed to help you easily navigate the Nevada Registry's new website. By joining the Nevada Registry, you can manage your career development file, access a digital copy of your membership certificate at any time, keep a record of your training and educational documentation in one place, have in-person training sessions added to your account within 1 week of attending, download a transcript of completed training and professional development, and access a professional development plan that helps you identify your strengths and the areas where you may need more support and professional development. Before you begin, please know that the Nevada Registry takes your privacy and the protection of information about individual members seriously. All of the information provided on this application is confidential. Aggregated membership and training approval system data may be shared with collaborators and interested parties, and/or released to community and statewide agencies to support data projects and to aid in the planning for increased funding, quality, and services for the early childhood community. In all cases, data is never disclosed with any personally identifying information attached. Any data provided to the community via the website and/or collaborators through other means is combined in order to report on large groups of people, rather than on any individual member. Let's begin. You will first need to create a password to access your online application. Click on the Create Reset Password link available on the sign-in page of the online portal. After you have entered your email address, you will be sent a link to create a password. Once you have created your password, you will be able to access your application on the dashboard within your online portal account. Select the Membership Application tab to begin. There are a total of 6 sections that must be completed. You will provide your personal and contact information in Section 1. Please note that you may not change the email address associated with your account here. Requests to change your email address can be made via the Contact Us page of the Nevada Registry's website. Once you have entered your personal information, navigate to the next section to enter your current employment. You will notice that Section 1 is now marked Complete. Section 2 of the membership application is the most complex and requires that you review multiple screens before the section will be complete. Please note that your changes will not be saved until you have completed the entire section. Until you receive confirmation that this section has been saved, it has not been saved. Please continue all the way to the end of this section before exiting. Here, you have the option to indicate whether you are currently employed in early childhood education, employed but not working in ECE, or unemployed. Enter your current employer, add a second employer if you work more than one job in ECE, and enter your previous employment in ECE. When entering your current and past employment, please only include paid, part-time, or full-time early childhood positions. You may search for your current employer by name or address. Your facility relies heavily on this information to verify their compliance with the mandatory participation requirements of childcare licensing, so it is important that you complete this section as accurately as possible. If you are employed by a program that has multiple locations, be sure to select the correct location that you are employed at. An incorrect selection will prevent your name from being listed at the correct location and will result in an inaccurate staff listing for your director. If your search by name or address does not yield any matching results, you may check this box and enter the details of your program here. This information will be verified by registry staff before it is added to your account. Please do not enter employment that is not ECE related, such as retail work, food service work, etc. Once you have found your current employer or added it as a new program, you will be asked to provide details about your position. All of these fields are required in order to proceed to the next section. Next, you will have an opportunity to list all of your previous experience in ECE. Click on the Add Previous ECE Experience link to begin. Each previous place of ECE-related employment should be entered separately. Be sure to include all of your previous experience working with young children. Your self-reported years of direct experience will be reflected on your membership certificate and is factored into your career ladder level up to 4,000 hours. If you do not have any previous experience in ECE, simply check the box at the bottom of the page and click Next to proceed. You will notice that this section is now marked as complete. Now that you have entered all of your work experience, you are ready to proceed to the next section. Here you will be asked to provide some basic demographic information about yourself and the benefits you may or may not currently receive. The purpose of collecting this information is to gain knowledge about the early childhood workforce and to assist in making changes to the professional development system in Nevada. The information reported here will not affect your career ladder placement, nor will it ever be disclosed with any identifying information attached. All data provided for reporting purposes is combined in order to report on large groups of members, and will never be reported about you as an individual. Although you have the option to skip many of the questions in this section, we encourage you to answer all of the questions, so that we may gather the most accurate picture of our workforce in Nevada. Once you have answered all the questions, you are ready to proceed to Section 4. Click Next to continue. You will notice that Section 3 is now marked as complete. In this section, you will indicate the documentation that you will upload as part of the application process. This checklist, as well as the career ladder document found here, will help you determine what is needed to place at each level of the ladder. Please note that you will be placed at the highest level of the career ladder supported by the documentation included with your application. Make sure to include everything needed to place you on the ladder that is the best reflection of who you are as an ECE professional. Please read through the choices carefully. The majority of new applicants will need to provide copies of training certificates, verifying completion of the initial training requirements of licensing. If this is you, know that you are not required to have a Nevada Registry ID number in order to register for many of the free online initial training currently available. Many online providers provide instructions about how to opt out of adding an ID number. If you have a degree or have completed early childhood college courses, you will also want to upload copies of your transcripts. Copies of official transcripts are preferred, but unofficial transcripts are also accepted. Once you have completed the checklist and indicated the documents you will be including with your application, you are ready to begin uploading. Click Next to proceed. Again, you will now see that Section 4 is now marked as complete. Section 5 is where you will upload all the items needed to complete your application. Be sure the items you select to upload from your desktop or other devices have been saved in PDF format and are no larger than 10 megabytes in size. If the file size is too large, it could prevent it from being uploaded correctly. Review the items you have selected to upload and click on the Upload Documents button to begin uploading your PDF documents. You will now see a pop-up window. Once you have added all the items within the pop-up, you will select the box toward the bottom of the pop-up to confirm the items have been added. Check here to confirm that you have uploaded all of the necessary documents to complete your application. Click Next to continue to the final step of the application process. The last step of the online application process is to review the information you have entered and verify that it is correct. Click on the box at the bottom of the page to review and accept the member agreement. Once you have done that, you are ready to submit your application. Click on the Submit Membership Application button to finish. Please note that if you do not complete this step, your application will be considered incomplete and will be automatically deleted from the system after 10 calendar days. Following submission, it may take up to 2 business days to receive a confirmation email, either confirming the successful submission of a complete application or that your application is incomplete. If your application is considered incomplete, the email you receive will list the documentation needed to complete your application as well as the deadline by which it must be submitted to our office. Log back into your online portal account to upload any required documentation by your designated deadline. If your application is not completed by the deadline, your application will be automatically deleted from the system, and you will be required to start the process again. Before concluding, please keep these important details in mind. If you work at a licensed childcare facility, your director will need to submit a request to access the online membership application on your behalf. All of the requested information should be completed as accurately as possible, as it could impact your career ladder level or delay the processing of your application. It is required that documentation be uploaded as part of the application process. Please be sure that you have saved your documents as PDFs and that the file size for each item is less than 10 megabytes. Applications that are not completed and submitted within 10 calendar days from the request date will be automatically deleted from the system. Missing documentation must be submitted within the allotted time frame. Application to the Nevada Registry should be the last step in the process of becoming compliant with child care licensing's requirements for mandatory participation. You are not required to have a Nevada Registry ID number to register for the free online initial training courses. Thank you for watching.